Hello, got a couple of Reckoning matches for you today. This one is in the double tap area and it was on EU Host. And the teams are me, Flood, Ding Dong against What the Fast, Hunter, Luca and Mick. Kicking off round 25 and Ding Dong is dead for us and Luca is currently down for their team. And I'm trying to grief Hunter here. There's a lot of Uberkrauses looking at us. Two puddles come our way and Hunter does go down. They do get both of the revives, so it is a 2v4 situation now. I'm shock charged around this armor table. They don't want me getting armor. And Uberkrauses once again throwing lots of puddles. They're blocking me as well while I'm shocked. Luca and What the Fast, and I lose my Dying Wish. Do manage to get it back very quickly though. Once again we're at the armor table. It's the same kind of deal, lots of Uberkraus puddles. I get punched as well, and Flood loses his Dying Wish. What the Fast is sticking on top of me. Getting pretty low. Hunter's on top of me now, there's another puddle. I lose my Dying Wish after Ether. Luke is down over here, but I managed to stop that revive. And Mick goes down right next to Luca. We bleed those two out, and Hunter also went down, which we bled out. And so now it is a 2v1, me and Flood against What the Fast. Flood shock charging What the Fast here. Both got position on him. He has to stim. He hops over that wall to safety though, and Flood loses another Dying Wish. Stims once again. Zombie ambush now, and I'm stopping him from buying armor. However, he is very fast, so I think he's going to outpace me back to the table. All three of us are in this little corner, and an Uberkraus comes from behind, which I don't expect. Lose my Dying Wish and make a big mistake there and go down. Flood is also on very low armor and health, but he does eat that and comes to get the revive. Flood has gone down though before he could go and get armor. I'm trying to make it over to him as quick as possible, and I ether just to make sure I get this revive quick. I was not expecting so many zombies to be on top of his body. Blood goes down again and bleeds out, and so now we're down to a 1v1. We're both frozen, halfway through frozen. I see on the map he's coming up behind me, so I turn around to try and grief him. However, I'm about to get grief, so run away, and he does lose a Dying Wish, but gets out. Round 29 is a robot round, so we're probably soon going to see round 30, and unfortunately Flood DC'd, so it's going to be a 1v4 if that happens. Getting very low on health here, and I ether just to make sure I'm not losing the last wish. Luca is the first to drop on their team in this next round. Oh, I stim a couple times here, down to just a couple HP, I think that was. Luca bled out, now trying to grief Mick, blocking him in this door. And he goes down. And I do manage to bleed him out as well. So it is now a 1v2. What the Fast and Hunter. Me and What the Fast are battling here. I managed to get position on him, but then Hunter comes behind me. What the Fast ether shrouds, and I'm griefed. I go down. Just as I'm trying to revive myself, What the Fast comes in with the shock charges.
Shock charge identified.
Hunter is now adding to the shock charges. It's not looking good. I just bought Elemental Pop just before I went down as well, which I think was a mistake because now I've got very little money left. I've only got 5 grand left. I do manage to revive with 1 perk. And I can only choose from one. I just go for Jug. And unfortunately I've got no real way to make money other than using tomahawks and meleeing zombies a few times. Hunter did go down though. I didn't really know what to do in this situation, but in hindsight I should have been trying to build up some points with tomahawks, I think. Now weapon nerf as well, so I'm definitely not building up any points for the next 60 seconds.
You know what they say, when you're going through hell, keep going!
Oh, I've got an Ubercars focusing me, and What the Fast griefs me. GG. On to the bonus match now, and this time it's in the Stamina Up area of Reckoning. NA Central host, but I think it might actually be Mexico's host, I'm not too sure. But it's me, Alistar, Chief Grief, against Fractions, Flood, and John Tor. Kicking off round 22, I'm trying to grief John Tor, but Fractions comes up here and he looks like he needs the armor table, so I switch on to him. And he does have to ether and loses a Dying Wish, so he must have been completely out of armor there, I think. Right place, right time for me. Alistar comes in with the shock. Jumping a little bit ahead. And unfortunately I get a huge lag spike here just as Fractions is about to grief me. I don't expect to be alive by the end of this, but we'll see. Oh, and I am still alive, but I've lost a wish. And I ether just for safety, but happy just to be alive, honestly. Next round now, Alistar's gone down and doesn't want to be revived. Someone on their team loses a Dying Wish close by. Trying to block Fractions from getting armor. Trying to hover around the edge of the puddle there to knock them back into the puddle, but they get past me too quick. Next round, Alistar has spawned back in, but he's losing a Dying Wish and goes down.
Your trial, if you will accept it, is to take that zone.
Oh, I'm getting very low, down to 3 HP. I Ether and stand in this little corner, thinking that'll keep me safe, but these Uber classes are still peppering me with puddles for some reason, so I've got to run away. Al is down and doesn't want to be revived, so it is now a 2v3. Well, Fractions gets ahead of me, sends me flying backwards. I'm blocked by these two Uber crosses in puddles. Lose Dying Wish. I do get the quick revive back. And I've got a self-revive if I really need it. However, John Tor goes down. And so does Chief Grief. So just me and Flood and Fractions up. However, Flood goes down as well. Everyone's dropping. I'll gladly take that full power, thank you. I'm trying to get to the Chief Grief to get the revive, but Fractions is right on top of me. I'm getting the revive, but I see Fractions is going for his revive, so I decide to just try and prevent him from getting the revive instead. However, Flood self-revives, and I do manage to bleed John out. So, 1v2 now. It is Weapon Carousel, and Fractions has gone down. Flood's right behind me though, he does get that revive. I'm not even bothering trying to block that on Weapon Carousel. It is getting difficult to survive with all these elites around.
If I were a gambling sentience, I would bet you should contest that zone.
There's Fractions. Hit him once there, but it was actually Flood who goes down at the armor table just behind us. We're both trying to get up to him as quick as we can. I'm just trying to prevent Fractions getting the revive. And Fractions goes down. Fractions does have his self-revive, however. He's down just around the corner here. I see him about to self-revive. I'm rushing over to the armor table and I Ether, so all the zombies are heading for him. Get ahead of him here, block him. There's a lot of puddles. I lose a Dying Wish, but Fractions goes down.